Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. By popular vote tonight, we are playing We Left the Bear Behind, otherwise known as Retro Rewind. The one, Trix, Baluna, Casper, apparently you're supposed to go to bed. Hi, hello, welcome. So, we had a vote in Discord. This is the one that won, so we're playing this one. Last time, we had just unlocked our very first expansion of the shop. So now we have the ability to make a little bit more room for ourselves, because it was getting kind of cramped in here. Like real cramped. So, we're going to have to spread out a little bit of sprawl. So let's just start with that. I know. Frickin' wolves howling, and you're coming to work at like 8 p.m. No, it's midnight. It is midnight, and you just walked into work. What the hell, man? Clearly, the save system does not save where they were located. We already collected this guy's treasures for the day. But we're at the end of a day, and we're specifically at the end of the first night of the Halloween season. So we're gonna expand the store. Wolves. Alright, so I kind of want the new releases to remain up front. What we might do is a second shelf for new releases. It'd be nice if we can keep these here, but I can understand if we can't. Let's scoot stuff out of the way. You need to be scooted. So no, I can't put it there because the light's in the way. Although, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not right, but it's not bad. We actually just need a new release shelf, but I don't think I can afford that yet. So while I fiddle around with this, how's everyone doing tonight? You know what? Let's scooch you. Go back here. I can't go. Okay, that's fine. We'll scooch you over here. We do need to redecorate as well. We'll expand our existing color scheme. Oh, interesting. So previously my color scheme included the white pillars. But the white pillar that was in the middle here is gone. And this one cannot be enlightened. So that's unfortunate. This one can be enlightened. Actually, let's do a little bit of separation there. This one also cannot be enlightened. This is not an enlightenable pillar. And we will do this again. I like the little spacing there. It's nice. It's the only spot I can do it currently, but it actually matches what we already had up here. Now we do have other options. Let's see what this looks like over here. I mean, it's got the lights. The lights are pretty neat. Can we... Oops. Got a purple after the lights. Okay. That's not bad. I feel like this is not quite right. But if we switch to the light method, I kind of dig the lights. Let's see if we can Maybe that just needs to be... Oh, that's different, alright. I think that just needs to be the purple. Nope, it doesn't work without the lights. It's a little bit funky because it clips into the pillar just a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, dig the lights. Maybe we'll just do them on this wall. I guess we could do it all the way around. Oops. No. My you. See, this one enforces the bottom red section that we can't do anything about. If we could color both of them, that might be cool. But alas, we cannot. I also like the added textures that are on this wall. The line, the little screws at the top and bottom, the slightly thicker baseboard. Yeah, that'll do. Now these can also do it, but they would be more of like an accent piece kind of deal. Nah, I'll stick with those. Okay. And of course, oh, we can do something from up here. Okay. Me. My decor is messing with me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a weird little raised ceiling kind of area. Yeah, we'll stick with the gray, the darker, small gray tiles. Okay, okay. I think that's it for the design elements. Unless this can be something else. I mean, it can. It can be something else, but I don't think we. Actually, I don't mind the wood. The wood's not bad. It's less intrusive, I think, and it blends in with this eye line. Okay, that'll do. Now I'm gonna figure out what to do with this stuff. I as much as I want to keep these on the wall, I do believe they have to move. So one problem that we're running into is spooky midnight calls is what we're running into. Hello? I was wondering if you get new releases on the same day they come out. Absolutely. Come on down whenever the next one is. So yeah, I would love to have these on the wall. However, they do not fit behind the tall shelves. So the only way that I'd be able to use these is if I kept small shelves in play. So let's do a couple small shelves, but not the thin short ones. Let's do the wide. Unless the 5-row fits. I think we're gonna have to buy one to find out. It does fit. Good, good. Okay, that's good. So we'll be able to do at least some decor. I don't think this one would fit. I mean, it does, but no, not really. So you can be. Well, that's just weird. You can be somewhere. You can be here. Also, you lost your marquee. Could do on the assembly wall. Could do that. Hello, Scooby. Because I could just do a shorter collection of shelves. Like I could do some of the 4 height wide shelves. I don't think this will fit there. Nope, it's too thick. So we'd have to do a short one there. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. So let's put horror over here. That's kind of what I was aiming for. So if we do that, then I think we only have enough room for a thin shelf. Might be able to fit a wider shelf there. It's hard to say. So how big is this? It's It is literally one of their grid spaces short of being able to fit 4 of the widest shelves in here. That is unfortunate spacing. Alright. Alright. Unless you can scooch one more. You cannot scooch one more. Unfortunate spacing. Indeed, Scooby. Happy Saturday. I slept through more than half my Saturday, and yet I remained more productive than I tend to be on a Saturday. So, yay, I guess. Nah, you can go back over here for now. And I guess the only real option I have here is spacing. I can't fit another one of these in this space because it's just a hair too wide. So I would have to do either like a 4 wide and a 4 wide, or I would need to do some other combinations. I don't know what those combinations will be just yet, but we'll get there. Let's do. So we've got horror here. How about? This is more drama. I forgot about that. My drama spacing needs to be bigger. I kind of want to do like 2 shelves of new releases here, because we should only really have 2 new releases active at any given time. And we don't even really need 2 shelves, because I mean, I tend to order 15 at a time, which is half the shelf. It kind of works perfectly to have just the one of them. So maybe we'll leave this setup as is. And that'll be my new release that I can catch their eye right as they walk in the door. And then so these can hold 12. You can go right there. Only problem is that if I leave my employee to do this work, they will screw up the shelves every damn time. So what I might do is, she might end up going away. But let's look at her stats quick. Yeah, she's average at the return and slow on the checkout. So we'll probably need to see if we can find someone who is good or fast at checkout. So Joseph might be our next pick. You know what? Let's do that. Joseph. I don't have the money to hire him for today, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's fine. She's fired, and then maybe we'll hold off on another employee until we find someone with a fast checkout. I think there's a fast rating. Joseph was only good, so he is not top tier. Okay. So we'll do horror here, and maybe we do sci-fi on the opposite side. Maybe I think we're just gonna need to. Oh God, it does fit. Okay, I thought they were the outline made it look kind of like it wasn't really the same size. They're not the same size. They are ever so slightly different sized. They fit the same amount of stuff, but they are slightly different sized. Alright, so you can come over here. I feel like my my thin ones probably aren't gonna quite cut it. Here, let's do this for now. Evenly spaced at the very least. You come over here. And then you're a drama. So you can come over here. We have a little bit of extra horror. I think that was my lady doing her awful stocking jobs. So that'll be on me now. Now we have our adult movies section in the back. It's probably going to stay there. We might end up taking over this entire corner. But, I mean, there's also this concept. That little corner where my adult section is will eventually expand out into a much bigger section. This section right here looks like the obvious choice for an adult section. Just a small little tucked away section behind some doors. But we'll see if that's what we end up wanting to do. Maybe we'll just lean very heavily into... Maybe we'll just do a full adult bookstore. Or movie store. Maybe. We'll see. But for now, we'll continue on. I don't really have a spot for you. So you... Oh, nope. Never mind. You cannot go there. You can go over here for now. Oh my God. We have shelf decoration. Oh my God. I had no idea. I probably should have. I should have. But I didn't. Ermagerd. I had no idea. I mean, maybe? I feel like this game... I feels more refined. And I don't know, maybe it feels more refined, and maybe it feels more purpose-driven. Like very narrowly focused to the blockbuster experience, and also very heavily focused on new release cycles. Whereas the other game is much more broad in scope, has a lot more stuff going on. Obviously different visual appeal as well. Open world, lots more various activities to do. There is no new release cycle that I'm aware of other than what you unlock with your leveling in the other game. So I don't know, maybe it's just vibes, or it could just purely be back to marketing like we talked about. It's really hard to say. What's up, Kinder? Okay, so we got sci-fi, we got action, we got horror. This is more drama. I do need to pick out. We got some Christmas in here. Definitely shouldn't be in there. And that was it. It was just that one Christmas movie. Okay. Okay. So we've got a very large drama section. So let's move this out a little bit. Okay, it's not perfect. We're definitely getting towards the row sections, but since we have more space to work with, we don't have to force the rows. I do still think we need to work on how we're doing the spacing of stuff, but we're getting there. Romance probably could be directly adjacent to drama, and then this section can be expanded out to more Christmas and whatnot, but we'll get there eventually. I am struggling to remember Louis Capaldi off the top of my head, but the others are good choices. And Foxy Shazam is not one I am aware of either. Okay. Still need more work, but we're at least expanded out. I do think that I like this style. Leave the black, but add the wood. We'll see how it fits my feel on the horror section. The black just sticks to the background. It's not the focus. This adds a little bit more focus on the shelf than the movie, but it's still a nice visual, and it mixes well with the other wood grain stuff that we picked. So I think it's good. I think it's good. That doesn't help me nearly as much as you think, Kinder. Alright. Hooray! Hooray! Fantasy! Okay, so we're on day 2 of the Horror Fest. And we also still have new release out. Our new release was The Static Haunting, which is a good time. Good time for it, since the horror Static Haunting came out in time for spooky season. Let's grab our free fantasy movies. Still very sad that I missed out on the free action movies, but we've caught up a little bit. This one, for now, will be my fantasy movies, just because I didn't have enough money for another shelf. Hello, ducks. Alright, what are our fantasy titles? The Elephant Night Elf, The Sorcerer's Magic Puppet, Dark Plant pot magic. The Red Wizard and his Disco Queen. That sounds straight out of the 80s right there. The Quest for the Holy Werewolf. The Waitress Spellcaster. The Inmate's Magic Sword. The Philosopher Archer. The Ranger's Serum. And All Hail the Statue. No, I don't want copyright strike, Scooby. But feel free to put that into the music section and I will watch later. You said you said if I feel like looking now. That's on stream. that is what right now is. They started a howl. Okay, let's do our intake. Haven't quite figured out what order the movies go into the hand at. Okay. Horror movies might be overfilled. I guess I can dip onto that shelf. Yeah, no, I have my stream capturing all desktop audio, so I can't play anything untoward while on stream. Why? Because I play a bajillion different games, and it's a pain in the fucking ass to capture each individual game audio every single time I set up my stream. Like, I cannot be asked to individually select each game as an audio source every single time I go to stream. That's just not possible. Imagine me doing a single night of demos. I would have to change the audio source every single game. And I was hoping that they captured correctly. I couldn't do it. Okay, I did not sort the exterminates correctly. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong, indeed. Alright, the Between Two Ferns is back. You get to go over here, apparently. Or on the ground, that's cool too. Hello. Hi, I kicked my ex out and he left his stupid movie collection behind. If you want it, I'll dump it in the Dropbox behind your store. Sure. Hopefully he doesn't come to my store and yell at me about taking his movies. He had The Cow Juice Is Here, The Minotaur's Blood, A Cozy Troll Holiday, and The Christmas Ghost Decoration. Thanks, Trix. Although that is just part of the automatic Halloween season. I have no control over those lights. Unless Oh, sorry. I can't do that while holding something. Hang on. Let's go look see if I can decor after I'm done slapping my horrors down. Slapping my horror movies down, not slapping my horrors down. No, I have no control over this. Okay. Hello, Nizio. Hello, hi, welcome. Alright. Returns are in. Reserves are reserved. Horror movies are filled. Theoretically, we will have lots of horror movie sales today, but I disbelieve. Oh, that's right. I gotta do it. I gotta do candy fills. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. I don't really like this little movie island sitting here, but it's either that or slap them along this wall or something like that. I think this aisle is turning out all right, but this is kind of out of place. But it'll be fine for now. Let us go. Oh, actually, before we go, well, let's check to see if we have a good employee for today. Slow, average, good. I mean, Ashley would be all right. Complaint handler. Oh, that's new. Okay. Nope. Let me go do it all myself today. Come on in. Come on in.
Oh.
Did you just say I hate movies? Who hates movies? I mean, I personally never have time for movies, but I don't hate movies. That's just silly. Alrighty, good luck with the kids' tricks. He'll say hello. You want the exterminate? Sure. There you go, bud. Yes. Shroom Love, you're my other reservation for today. There you go. That was a lot of returns that just jumped in. Be with you in a second. Ma'am, you are lost and confused. Herb? He wants the Herbity Derp popcorn. There you go. Why is there a random exclamation mark over there? Hang on. They are supposed to come to me for help, not go off into the middle of the store and ask for help. What do you want? Pajama movie night with the girls. I want something awful that we can all quote and laugh at all night. Got a bad movie for us? Even more if it's action. Sure, I probably have bad action movies. Let's see what we got. Bad action movie. The Dragon Bombers. There you go. Perfect. Beep, beep. Yeah, late movie. It is what it is indeed. And because you didn't bitch, you get a dime. That's my store policy. You want the static haunting that just came out? Do I have a copy? Yeah. Yeah, and you get the holographic one for asking about the thing that's directly behind you. Unfortunately, we got no real movies here, Commander. We have plenty of bad titles, though. Burp, burp. Sorry, this one. You get 2 dimes for apologizing. Yep, burp, burp. Late fee. Nope, customer loyalty does not mean a goddamn thing. Give me my money. You don't get a dime because you bitched. I mean, I should give him a dime for not causing chaos, but it's fine. Man, y'all just lining up around the corner. Hi, what you want? You want a Christmas movie? Sure. What do we got? Crazy Troll Holiday just in from some guy's basement. So there's a couple things about this game that slow things down. And I've complained about it plenty before in the previous streams. But first and foremost is the limitation of how many people you can get through the register. Too late movies, sir. All good. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. You know what? You also get 2 dimes for that. And now I get to go onto the phone. I'm calling to reserve a movie. Oh wait, what was the title again? I totally forgot. Is it okay if I call back when I remember? Absolutely. But yeah, the number of people that you can get through the register is very limited, and I guess that then leads into my other issue is most other register-based games, you can click and spam and get through the items as fast as possible. This one's got forced wait for the animation to get them into the bag, so you're limited in how fast you can click stuff through. And then also, the customers wait for the previous one to leave before they're ready to give me their things, which also slows down the process. And then the employees are limited by those same problems. So the employees can't work any faster than you can. I don't get scared easily. Give me your most intense horror movie. Sure. Do I have an intense horror movie? You know what? You get the Octopus Killer. Oh. There you go. Oh. Oh, right, popcorn. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. That's how I do it, Scooby. They get to pay the fee, and if they bitch, they don't get any extra. If they just take it, they get a dime. If they apologize, they get 2 dimes. What? No release? Sure. Sure. There you go. Oh, that's right. My Star Wars movie isn't released anymore. Right. Beep beep. This fee will help keep the lights on. I don't know if she bitched or not. No, you accepted it, but you were grumpy about it. Alright, what you want? You want a bad Christmas movie? Sure. Do I have one of those? I don't actually have a bad Christmas movie. Did you want bad first, or did you want Christmas first? You want bad first. Okay. Sure. Bad movie. Bad movie. The Fairy's Last Dogfight. That's almost Christmas. A fairy or something. Beep, beep. Late fee. Fair enough. You get a time. Because you accepted it gracefully. Alright, you two, take it outside. Fisticuffs at dawn. Or noon, because I don't want to wake up that early. Popcorn. Hooray! I didn't get a chance to do any of my returns, but that's fine. We'll do that now. I do, however, have to remember where all my shit is, because I just moved it all. Popcorn. 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 Okay, more. That wasn't the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Nope. You go there. Me. Meow. Meow. No. You broke my tape. Rude. So rude. Okay. Fantasy. Yeah, so my Star Wars is now... My Star Wars is now basic. Oh no. So we are definitely, I'd say, causing myself my own problems with buying 15 of each of the new releases, but it's fine. We're just capitalizing on success. Oop. Action. Forgot where I put my actions. And they hadn't even moved. Okay. Problem is that Galactic Rebellion is going to have to move in like 2 days. I can't change the calendar to see when the next new release is, but chances are it's going to be immediately after this holiday season. But I guess that's a problem for another time. Okay, one more day of spooks. Did I have these going separate? I did. And the other problem with this is that they don't give me all my returns at the beginning of the day. They frequently wait until I start the day before they rush in with more returns. Really? Really? Right in my mushroom romance. They broke my damn mushroom romance. It is now a mushroom divorce. Too much attention, Gila? I'm so sorry. Alright, let's crack it open. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. No! Yes.
Ooh.
Hey, we found Waldo. Yes. You want the hot chocolate wolf? Sure. There you go. We are in permanent grand opening. It's how you get the most customers if you always say you're in a grand opening. Hi. Yeah, that's one of the issues that I think that they need to solve is those customers sitting there waiting before they throw their stuff down on the thing. Yeah, late fee. Wait, aren't you the same lady who always has a late fee? Yeah, you are the one to blame, but you didn't bitch. I don't know if they keep track of it, but I would love to know who just broke my mushroom romance. Oop, one more. Okay, okay. Hi, what? Hi, my name is Jerry, and I'm calling to offer you an exclusive, limited, once-in-a-lifetime deal on used washing machines. Sure.
Hey.
More popcorn. Hey, there we go. Did you break it? The movie was working fine when I dropped it off. I won't pay your broken fee.
Oh.
Yeah, you will. You're just doing your job. I get it. Oh, thanks. 350, and even though you bitched, you accepted the fee. Oh, hey, Doc Brown over there wants some help. Hang on. We got a lot of people asking for help. Green wallet. Sure. I only have the option of yes or no. I don't know where the green wallet is. Cars and explosions, the only two thing an action movie needs. Can you recommend one? Sure. Let's go do that. Right over here. Cars. Do we have cars and explosions? We have Explosive Zilla. There you go. Sorry, I forgot to deal with Doc Brown. God, customers. I want to get Doc Brown moving. What you want, bud? You want a fantasy movie? It's literally right fucking behind you. Elephant Night Elf. There you go. Yeah, late fee. Do you know who I am? I won't pay this. These people. Get out of here. Oh, the one you're talking about, the people who just stare blankly? Yeah, I get it. That's fair. It might be a feature. Yeah, a $2 fee is not the end of the world. However, it is store policy. Make sure it doesn't happen again? Sure. In fact, you get a dime. God, the returns. God, they just keep coming in. Popcorn. Yes. They don't make movies like they used to. I miss the movies I grew up with. Do you have any old gem to recommend? Probably. I might have an old movie or two. Holographic Superwolf. Wait, how do I have two holographic Superwolves? I thought I only had one. Did that get bugged in my favor? I think it actually did get bugged in my favor because I had one Superwolf and then I got a second one, and I was excited that I got the second one as a holographic. So I'm pretty sure that is bugged in my favor, and I'll take it. I don't think there's a difference in old and regular, because the old is like the type of movie. So it is an old action movie. So the old doesn't represent like how long I've had it as a tape, for example. Yep, we have an adorable gizmo. Yeah, late fee. Good. Appreciate you. Here, you get a dime. Also, howdy SX. How you doing? Mer? Too late fees, sir. It is what it is, indeed. 2 dimes for you. Yes? The release, right behind you. In fact, the last one on the shelf. Lucky you. You people and your marching dimes. Okay. I do believe that is it. We have damn near $1,000. Hell yeah. Okay, let's do my returns. Not sure who's reserving Christmas movies and Halloween, but these people are weird. Oh, my octopus killer came back. Nice. Good for him. Really? You people breaking my tapes. Alright, we can put Exterminator over here. This one goes back over here for now. So stats on this one, 113 rentals so far. Not this specific tape, but this title. It does get a pass because I don't need that many of them. So it's acceptable that it got broken. I mean, it's not acceptable. It's slightly less irritating that it got broken. But that was a light. Okay, I was very confused by the noise for a second. Yeah, see, I haven't figured out the order of the hand. So I just picked up 3 actions in a row. And I would expect it to be a first in, first out kind of situation. But it's not a first in, first out situation, nor is it in any sort of order that I picked up the movies in. And I am scrolling up and down right now, and it's cycling through. So it's not even an up and down kind of cycle situation. It is cycling through in whatever order it damn well feels like. I don't know what that order is yet. Okay. Day over. Indeed. Armful of limes is not the example I would have thought of, but fairly appropriate. But yeah, it would be nice to have... I mean, they want you to throw them away. I mean, you're not intended to keep the broken movies. There's a spot to throw them away right here. But I'm keeping them. Because, primarily. So I guess I... Ooh, can you put them on a shelf? Out of curiosity. You cannot put broken movies on a shelf. Okay. So we don't really have a place to put them other than the trash or the floor. Okay, so we made 444, which is pretty good. I mean, previously I had been kind of capping out at 250-ish. So 444 is remarkably better. Oh, is there something like a tape repair coming? Or is there a club customer over the head with broken tape coming? Because that'd be kind of nice. Oh, hey, we're in... I think the glitchy whiteness on the ground is supposed to indicate that winter is coming. Doesn't really look like winter is coming. It looks more like it went staticky glitchy, but I think I know what they're going for. So we are now in a new month. It is now winter, officially. A new release in 2 days. Santa is coming in 5 days. Okay. Meow. I love how we have UFO sighting on the calendar. Like they called the phone ahead for their arrival. I love it. Gila. 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 Chill. Chill. Chill, Gila. Yeah, you need to chill. I know. I know. There you go. He was being adorable. He got into his chill position. Hello. You still have Iron Enchanter Fleet? Do I? Sure I do. I don't remember that one. It's fine. Kitty time, you say? Kitty time? Oh, I said kitty time, not the other word. Whoop. He struggled. He struggled and squirmed. Gila, go this way. Go this way, please. Go this way. Oh, they're both fighting me. They heard the other word that they wanted to hear. I know. I know. You heard the wrong word, sir. I know. I know. Oh, you poor kitty. They are both in the mood for the other button. Oh, 1999. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I wanted that one for myself. The good old 2000. Gila has officially meowed 2,000 times. That we've counted. Alright, alright. Even though the kitty time button was pushed, I will give them what they are asking for. Maybe in honor of the 2,000 meows or something like that. Hi. 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 There we go. Kitty treats have been granted. Now we do returns. So we don't need to clear out the new returns or the new releases yet, but we're going to need to find a spot for these. They are sci-fi, so my sci-fi shelf is going to have to expand a bit. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, this is just gonna go right there. Here's all my new releases coming back. Okay, I just picked up 2 of the Hell Hotels in a row. It is definitely not there. It ended up at the back of the order. I don't get it. So when they're no longer new releases, so you can see the new release tag on them, the tag just goes away. And then you cycle them in. Now you have a couple options. I've mostly just cycled them in with my regular drama section or whatever section they happen to fit in. Sometimes I'll keep them separate because you do still get the standee if you bought the standee. So I tend to keep them available as their own little section. But you do also have the option of this one. You can get a clearance bin, and you can sell off copies that you don't want. And you can do that for any movie, really. So at some point, if I wanted to have more of these, there's a SKU available. So I could put this SKU into the computer and order more of these if I wanted. It's still technically a new release, so I could literally just go to the computer's new release section and buy more of them. But if at any point, I sold off all of my Star Wars movie, I could order new ones. I believe it's more expensive to buy them that way. And in fact, I've never done that before. Yellow? You want a desert space flight? Sure. I got one of those. Let's see. Just trying to click. I'm clicking horribly wrong. Let's see how much it is. So I believe the Star Wars movie was something like $27 or something like that. It is $86 to buy. Oh, it's a 9-pack though. I mean, that's not bad. Buy a 9-pack of them. So it's less than $10 a movie to buy fresh copies of them. I mean, that's not terrible. It's still a pretty big buy-in because you can't seem to buy one at a time. But I mean, 9 of the basics. That's nothing. So yeah, it might actually be worth doing. I don't know what the price is to sell them. So the rainbow effect is it's a holographic basically. Let's see if it tells us any stats on them. Yeah, it's a limited edition, quote unquote. And ultimately all that does is it increases the rental charge for them. So normally new releases would rent for $7 a pop. The limited edition I think is $8. So it just makes it more worthwhile to have the limited editions if you can, because you ultimately make more money off of them as they get rented. And you know, for people who like collecting stuff, nice to have the shinies of each one. Let's pick a cheaper movie. Let's go with a Bad Romance. Driving to Forget My Templar. It's a $17 movie. Common. Times rented 3. So, normally speaking, I would never want to buy another copy of this movie because it's terrible and no one wants to rent it. But out of curiosity, $26 to buy one of them. Dang. I wonder what the difference is. Maybe just because the other one was a new release? Or a new-ish release, maybe? I'm not really sure. Curious. Unless... I don't know. It could be. Yeah, that's what that was. Okay, hang on. So this was Star Wars. That number is how many I have currently. That is not telling me how many I will buy in one pack. So instead, this is $37.40 to buy a single basic copy and $86 to buy a limited edition copy. So that is much more expensive. Would be good to fill out your collection, perhaps, but not great for long term. I would need to rent this movie out an additional 10 plus times before it would pay itself back, which is doable over time, but for non-new releases, this thing has been rented 64 times during its new release cycle, and probably a couple, a few of those times were after the new release cycle. So probably let's go with 60 during its new release and 4 afterward. So it would take a very long time for those movies to return their investment, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Super Wolf has been rented 6 times. I think 3 of those have been me recommending them to people asking for them. So, I'm helping that one along a little bit. $8. So $8 for this Gum Machine Zilla. Terrible movie. That has been rented 1 time, exactly. $15 to buy a fresh copy of it. Not great. But there's also the data section. So if you're looking for a specific movie, you can scroll through and look at all of the movies to see which one suits your fancy. Let's go with The Last Book in Blackwood. Oh, I can't click it. Dang it. Okay. I for some reason I thought that you could click on these to get more info. But unfortunately not. You can only click on the ones that you already have. and you can get more info on them. But like The Farmer's Evil T-Rex. It's been rented 3 times. It is a bad movie. It has 0 stars in the review. It's just bad. To my knowledge, there is nothing that rewards you for collecting everything. I don't believe so. Oops, it's a Christmas movie. Christmas movie. Okay, so we are now officially in the first day of winter. I don't think we have anything else to prepare. We still have the Halloween new release out, but that's fine. We have a handful of Christmas movies, but we're not in a season yet where Christmas movies will be extra rented. We just have Santa coming up soon here. So let's just go ahead and open up and do our short Sunday.
Ooh. Oh.
Alright, come on in. Come on in. Oh, what do you want? Didn't I just hand you a flyer? I don't know, y'all look the same. The Glowing Lord is reserved. There you go. Oh yeah, Kitty's done. Hi. You want the desert space flight. Sorry, dessert space flight. I had been reading that wrong. I can buy the bin. I just have no desire to sell off my old movies yet. If I start running into desperate space problems, I'll sell off some of my old new release copies, but not a need yet. And it's also $200, and I'm attempting to save up for more expansion. Howdy, Sappy. How you doing? Which I could do by reselling my old... But would I make back more than $200 from reselling all my old new releases? Or would it be a net loss of spending the money on buying that bin in the first place? Also, hi, Valuna. Late fee? Yeah, late fee. You do be more careful next time. You get a dime for that. Yeah, I have no idea what to sell for. I could imagine that they would sell for half their value, maybe less. But also, I'm hesitant to sell off my new release copies, or my ex new release copies, now knowing that it costs so damn much to get new copies of them. Because that Star Wars, it's a $27 movie. If I sold one for $15 and ended up having to buy a new one for $35, that's not really a great win. You want a fantasy? I can do a fantasy. I don't have very many, but the Sorcerer's Magic Puppet. There you go. Why are you so grumpy? Want a Christmas movie? Sure. I have one of those. Hot Chocolate Stranger.
Ooh.
If she's grumpy that she has to marathon all the movies that she just rented, I think she should reconsider her rental policies. Because I'm not going to reconsider my rental policies.
Hi.
Hi. You're the first person who has requested a smoothie in a very long time. Frosty, slushy, whatever. And it's the first day of winter, so you clearly have your priorities straight. You want a drama movie for someone who's lonely? Isn't that like most of them? Sad Dr. Dreams.
Ooh.
No, hold on. Late fee.
Oh.
It is what it is indeed. Dime for you, sir. Ma'am? You want one of these movies? There you go. That is fair. I typically do not get hot drinks when I'm out and about. Like if I'm getting a coffee or whatever, it's going to be a cold brew or something like that. Because yeah, I'm getting them because I want to be able to drink them while I'm out, while I'm at the place getting it. And I have a very sensitive tongue for heat, so I do not do well with drinking hot drinks. So I would have to wait like an hour before I'd be able to do the thing. It would be interesting if the game tracked what they rented and then they had comments that related to the movie. Even if it was something as simple as, you know, that was a great horror movie that I watched last time, or whatever. It would also be interesting if there was an NPC-driven rating system, so that you don't end up with these static ratings, and you just get rid of all the bad movies because you don't want any bad movies. That instead the movie ratings shifted over time. Like this one, it's a half a star. No one's rented the damn thing. But what if I recommended it to 3 people and they rented it and that rating started going up? Because they realized it was no longer a bad movie. Or at least it was a less bad movie than it could be. The hobo haunting the mansion. Yeah, definitely forgot about that one. Okay, I think we're done. I mean, I've been kind of doing that unintentionally already. The one I've been latching on to a couple different specific movie titles and recommending those to everyone. $2.50. We're back to my normal average price range. Cotton candy. Yes. Oh, and the snow has expanded yet another day. See, the first day it looked like little glitchy patches of white. But now that it has expanded a little bit, we know what's happening. Alright, cotton candy machine. Fridge, candy dispensers, arcade, maze, munch, and arcade. Orc invaders. Nice. Let's do... We get couches. Nice. No. I won't do any more decor at the moment. I am currently attempting to expand again. So, need more money. Yellow? Sure. I can reserve one of my zillion Rain Woman copies for you. There you go. Okay. Final day of these being new releases. Oops, missed one. Yeah, the endless pleas for multiplayer in just about every game that ever existed is kind of tiring after a while. And it is a little bit sad that there are some people who just cannot exist without playing a game multiplayer. I mean, I get it sometimes, but I don't. You know, actually, let's take you off. Grab you, put you there. See, we have a little plant collection. There we go. Hoi hoi. Oh my god. Hello, I was at your store and the employee at the checkout gave me too much change. I think some bills were stuck together. Would like to return $250. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was not expecting that. Civil Raid. Hello, Civil and friends. Hello, Civil and friends. How was the bug stabbing adventure? See, the problem with them saying that someone gave out $250 is that someone would have been me. Civil bits. $250 returned as extra change. I have a feeling that person did not understand what was in their wallet. What's in your wallet? But thank you for the bit, Civil. I appreciate it very much. Now you are stuck fishing for the next hour. Actually, that would be a very interesting money laundering scheme. Calling stores to say that you received too much change in your last visit. All my sci-fis came back. Oh, dang. Got your ass kicked for 4 hours straight. My understanding is that's how that game typically goes, which is one of the main reasons I haven't played it. Because I don't know if I have the patience for that level of masochism. There have been prices down here the whole time. I never bothered reading my own signage. Never bothered reading my own signage. Whoops. Okay. But, but. Well, I'll stick with the gray. The gray's good. Yeah. Okay, so new day. We are on Monday, so we're gonna be able till 10 p.m. Tomorrow's new release day, so we don't need to do anything else today. So let's just crack it open, get some customers in the store. You to the maw. They're already on your way in. Oh, I don't have my flyers out. I never put out my flyers for the day. That's not nearly enough flyers, but yes, you can have your Rain Woman. Oh, but which Rain Woman is yours? You can have this one.
Ooh.
More flyers.
Hi.
I believe you need a flyer. You also need a flyer. Yes. Driving to forget my machine. That one. There you go. Let's just go with yes, Sybil. Iron Enchanter Fleet. Well, there you are. I mean, if you walked by a store and saw it littered with identical flyers all over the floor in front of it, wouldn't you at least look up and say, what the fuck? Getting eyeballs up to your store is the first step in the process. These people do not buy concessions enough. I don't think we sold anything other than that one orange slushy yesterday. The day before was like 2 popcorns. This new cotton candy machine is probably going to go unused for a week. Yep, you can have your other Rain Woman copy. Yeah, but going by SKU is so expensive, Isaacs. It's like 4 times the price of a regular movie.
Huh?
Yeah, you are the one to blame. But because you have accepted responsibility,
Hey.
you get 2 dimes. Yes? Sure.
Wow.
Alright, let's go see what this one is. The fact that it starts with 6.9 is interesting. His cookie is too big. Don't I have that one? I have something cookie related. How much was that? That was $72. That was $72 to buy a copy of that.
Oh.
I have his werewolf is too big, which I feel is a better title anyway. Oh, meth in the popcorn. That'll do the trick. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle.
Oh.
Yes. You want an action movie? You want an action movie with muscle men in it? Sure, we got that. You want the muscle men action movie? The weightlifter team, The Last Hope.
Ooh.
Popcorn. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I like their candy designs though. What you want? You want a good fantasy. I don't know if I have enough fantasies to give you a good one. We'll see. Fantasy, fantasy bad. Hey, fantasy good. I got two of them. The Quest for the Holy Werewolf. There you go. Oh, the punk lady's back. And off she goes. Actually, popcorn with shredded bacon in it sounds kind of good. But yeah, the orange bits are way too deep in orange. Yeah, because really with popcorn like that, you want the interior bit to be as small as possible, because that means that the whiter bit, the fluffy bit, has fluffed and it's big and it's either wrapped around to cover the kernel, or at the very least is less kernel than it is corn. What you want? If I sleep with the lights on, I won't get nightmares. I'm looking for a scary horror movie to challenge my theory. How about this new release scary horror movie? There you go. Oh, hey, my snacks have been let to rot. Alright, cool. Hey, comedy horror is a thing. I don't remember where my caramely corn goes. Probably there. Oh, hello, customer. I thought the store was closed, honestly. What are you doing in here? Hello? Ma'am? I know you got the earmuffs on, but you still should be able to hear me, right? There you go. How long have you been shopping? It's been 10 p.m. for like an hour. I think she got lost in the store, honestly. And, I mean, bless her little heart, if she managed to get lost in here for an hour, there are other problems going on with her. Okay, so it is end of day. We have lots of new releases, or the returns to check in. This is fine. We'll do that. She got lost in the back rooms. Okay, we need to solve this problem before tomorrow. So you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there, and there, and there. Okay, you go there. The back rooms is for the ultra porn. Alright. Speaking of... no, nothing remarkable to buy today. It is a little bit of a shame that you can't get adult movies anywhere other than the shady back alley guy. I suspect they did mention that you can access his shop. Probably once you get level 20. I don't remember for sure. He had a sign on his door. But maybe once you can access his shop, you'll be able to buy whatever you want from him. I don't know. I was thinking I might want to aim this direction. But it might be probably saner to crack open this first. But ultimately, with the money being what it is, we do need to tackle that a little bit. Okay, so you can go over here. Fantasy. Here, let's grab you. Fantasy can go over here for now. We'll need another sci-fi. And I probably should do a tall one, maybe? Or not a tall one, a wide one. Okay, so let's grab these. Actually, that'd be fine. Do we have any more? I know we lost one of the exterminates, but I don't know, there might be a couple out rented still. I don't know for sure. Okay, so our sci-fi has expanded a little bit. You can go over here. There we go. Little sci-fi section there. I'm still thinking about maybe doing a second new release shelf, but I'm waffling back and forth on that because you really only have 2 new releases active at any given time. My current new release does not tell you when that's going to go out. 2 days left. So here is when the current one will go out. We'll get a new one here. This one will last until here. Here. And then we'll have a second one. So yeah, there's no real overlap of more than 2 at a time. So I don't really need a second new release shelf. So maybe we should just have a separate one that will be a mixed for the stuff that I like the Super Wolf and the Between Two Ferns, and some of the other ones that we've called out that I already don't remember. Maybe we'll just have a special little curated collection right next to the new releases. That'll be kind of nice. I wonder what the movie display is for. Is that just purely for having movies on display? Like that people can't rent from them? They're just there to be a decorative item, maybe? Not really sure. Okay. Not done with the returns. Dang it! I got distracted. I forgot I moved my fantasies already. There we go. I do not have very many fantasies. I think I only have 10, and I think 5 of them are out right now. So I probably should get more, but I'm waiting for a cheaper collection. The Squire's final syringe? Was he fucking executed? Fucking lethal injection? Chimp on a plate. Alright. 'Tis the robot season. Some of these just plain old silly. Okay. I think we're good. We can just end the day. $301. Not terrible. Not great. Not terrible. Alright. It is getting snowier. Popcorn is popcorning. I've never actually done one of these. Maybe we'll test it, see how it goes. Weird. I was hang that right there, apparently. just hanging up the cotton candy for when it's ready. keep thinking that the late sound is the reserved sound, and that I have to do something with it, but I don't. It's just to let me know that someone indeed was late with it. I think it might be a more engaging mechanic, perhaps, to have the late fees be something that you have to, like, check in and register to the customer, or at the very least acknowledge them. I don't know, that would slow down the flow a little bit. But as it is right now, there's very little visibility to the customers. So having a method where you would check in the late fees and actually acknowledge them would give you at least a little bit better visibility to customer interaction. Hi, hello. Hey, is this the video store? So, like, do you guys rent movies or something like that? No. No renting movies here. That's just crazy talk. Alright, today, Tuesday. New release day. Let's get our new releases. The fuck is a movie? That would have been the proper answer to that phone call. Next movie. Holiday Break-In. Okay, so a new Christmas release in time for Christmassy season, and it is indeed Home Alone. Gonna get 15 of those, because that's how we do. Oh, dang. $506. What the hell? $45 a movie? Jesus Christ. This is so far our most expensive new release. Up until this point, they have all been $20 to $25, I think. So we could cheap out, but I think I'm going to stick with my 15 per. Worst case, I end up with a bunch of good Christmas movies. It's expensive, but we can do it. Alright, Holiday Break-In. Yep. We're going to drop these to the lower shelf. I don't think I got any holograms of this one. Nope, sad. I didn't get any foil versions of Home Alone. That is a shame. Okay, I think we're done and ready for the day. New release cycle. Movies. Movies. Movies.
Ooh.
Movies.
Oh.
Movies. Movies.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh. Movies. Yeah, and that was why it felt really weird that Christmas movie was like the second or third genre that we unlocked. It was the fourth genre we unlocked. Because it didn't feel like Christmas movies would be something that would be a regular in a rental store. But realizing that the calendar started in fall made more sense. That Christmas movies would be coming up soon. But yeah, on a regular basis, no, it doesn't make any sense. You want a horror movie? I got a horror movie. How about this horror movie? That's a good horror movie. I don't care about your bill size. I just care that you're giving me bills. And again, I will call out that this game deals with change a lot better than most. They give reasonable size bills. There's a decent chunk of them that don't require change at all. And it's a very rare occasion that they give some large bill that the customer then apologizes for, which is also a nice little touch, because that's very realistic. I mean, I know I personally have had people apologize for giving me large bills before, and I've had to give change. Whereas other games that I've played, they routinely give crazy bills. Like, the charge would be $90 and they'd give me $150 in change. Like, why? Oh, hello. Your shirt is very violent, and I don't think we've ever seen you before. Hot chocolate stranger. Sure. You are the only reservation for today. But yeah, we got reasonable bills. These are the bills that they typically give us. And there's no weird numbers. The only thing that's probably out of the ordinary here is that there's no credit card. But this is 1990, so credit cards would not have been as common. At least not without using the actual paper chunk machine. Yes, I am listening. Hello. Now, I think the one thing that's not ordinary, and this might be something that only people who lived through the time will remember, is that checks used to be a thing. I know, weird. Checks used to be a thing. People would write checks, and you'd have to sit there awkwardly waiting as a cashier. You would have to sit there awkwardly waiting for the person to write out their check and sign it, and then we'd have to take it and we'd have to stamp it and put it in the register in a special spot. And it was a whole ordeal. I hated checks. I don't think I've ever seen a simulator do checks before. Not that I would want to, because I don't think I'd want to sit around waiting for customers to write them out. But yeah, credit card slider, Kerchunk machines. Yeah, late fee. Thank you for not bitching about the late fee. Here, have a dime. No documentaries. I don't think I've seen any documentaries. I mean, I would say that majority of the movies that we're currently running are like straight to VHS movies, other than like the new releases, because most of these titles are like random ass BS ones that no one in their right mind would have ever put in a theater. So I think we're running primarily a straight to VHS store. I got just the thing. It's been hanging on the shelf for a while. Hope it's still good. Someone wants help back here. Yes, hi, hello, how can I help you? You're in the wrong section to want a romance, but let's go this way. Romance. You want an old romance. Old romance. Marrying my hot dog. Here we are. God, having to deal with bounce checks would be obnoxious too. Bank Simulator does checks. Interesting. I didn't actually play that one enough to get very far in it. I've been debating on returning to that one, but my time has been limited. Because I know they did quite a few updates to the game as well. But to me, that one felt weird because it felt primarily like a counterfeit simulator rather than a bank simulator. Oh, hi. Didn't even know you was here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sci-fi? Sure. Sorry. Sorry. Which one's worth more? 27? 29. Here. You got exterminate. No, actually you get a holographic. There you go.
Wow.
We are actually at the end of the day already. I need to remember to go out to the back. Cotton candy. There was also a big update to Junkyard Builder, but I've been kind of going back to that one in my off time because it doesn't feel like each update has added enough to really be worth the stream. Another one that did a big update recently is The Last Caretaker. But I think, as much as I loved that game, I think I want to set that one aside until they full release. Because I kind of want to just experience it all in one go. And I don't necessarily want to start over each time. But I also don't necessarily want to keep going where I was at each time. So I think the best solution there might just be wait until full release or a significant amount of releases perhaps. I didn't even notice people were getting pornos rented. I was just clicking away. Wasn't even paying attention to what was coming through. Okay. Our Christmas collection is very slim, and we're going to need to up that significantly before Thursday. Let's take a peek at the market here. The random movie collection is not fantastic. It's kind of hoping for 20 packs. 20 packs are much better. Any good ones down here? No, not a single one. The plant peeping through the keyhole. That is true. We do need to embiggen the Christmas collection. We do have the new release, which should hold them tidy, I hope, but never know. Hello, sir. What you got for me today? Also, maximum store level. Okay, so we do need to max the store level first before we can get into his secret chambers. Okay, so he's got the veteran bird, Corporal Chicken, robotic PC takeover, a little bit hitting too close to home. We got the strongman's last heartbeat, very dramatic, and then the fishbowl role playing and creamy cauldron. Great. Very concerned by the amount of titles, or the porno titles that I've got called creamy. I'm concerned. Alright, robotic PC takeover. And then drama. Okay. Tomorrow, nothing. So just regular old day that we gotta get through. 306. Okay. I mean, we're slightly higher on average now than we used to be. I don't know exactly what's behind that. That could be me just focusing more on registering. That could be people buying more items at once. I have noticed that we have people who are getting, on average, 3 to 4 movies at a time. So maybe it's just quantity of sales happening. All my Christmas movies are back. This is good, because I needed those. Unfortunately, they're probably all going to go out today, and then I won't have them for Thursday. You know what? I think this might be a situation where we need to make things more readily available. It's Christmas time. We need the Christmas movies up front. I put them in front right as you say hide them in the back. Static hunting? Sure thing. I have one of those. This is the last day of the static hunting as a new release. Sad. Hoi hoi. No, what the fuck is a movie? No, I mean, Iron Ninja, of course. We just got Home Alone as our new release. So, yeah, it is required that we say that. Boop. It is actually pretty wild to think that we legitimately didn't have memes back in the early 90s. It's just fascinating to think about. And I know, for anyone watching this who is under 30, that's a weird-ass concept. But we legitimately didn't have memes because there was no internet. At least there was no internet that was ubiquitous enough for everyone to have gone on to know the same things. There was a very early form of internet, and you could go to forums and stuff like that, but there wasn't much, and not everyone went to the internet. Most people didn't have it. It was expensive. It was slow. It required good computer. I mean, okay, so if you think in terms of the origin of the word meme, that it's a mimetic repetition of a thought or a concept, there were memes, mostly in the form of movie quotes and stuff, or lines from your favorite song or whatever. But yes, the current understanding of meme did not exist. I think the most classic meme that I can think of is the special S that all school kids drew in their margins of their notebooks and stuff. Exactly. Falloon and I were on the same meme page there. I don't know, the one comics. Comics are tough because comics were always kind of viewed as a nerd thing. So, comics in the in crowd, there were some comic quotes and stuff. With great power comes great responsibility was a famous line that got repeated quite a bit. But yeah, comics were kind of a niche thing, and most nerds were shut-ins and antisocial, so we did not get to meme very much. Newspaper comic strips, more likely, yes, but I'm not sure how often people went around quoting those things to each other. I'd say primarily quotes came from movies, TV shows. The why-I-yada, bam, zoom, straight to the moon, those kind of things. But yeah, in terms of what a meme is, those have been around forever. You got, frickin' caveman hand drawings and shit that kind of represent the same concepts, but they were much slower to propagate. And there was regional memes, and there was thematic memes and whatnot, but they were not as ubiquitous as they are today. No, actually, I don't remember the details, but I do remember that there was something along the lines of a caveman meme, where there was just a kind of a common theme among certain cave drawings that made it seem like they all had a similar origin. There you go. And if you go to a broader sense of the word, retelling of stories, verbally, culturally handed down through the ages, as a form of a meme. Yes? My family's out of town. I finally have some me time. Can you suggest an adult movie to watch? Oh, sure thing, bud. Oh, what do you want? You want tentacle horror? No? Okay. What about... yeah, you want Two Ladies and One Beast. Yeah, Finding Emo is the other game. Alright. I missed quite a few lines while I was yammering about memes. Hang on. Oof, yeah, the internet taking up the phone line was definitely bad. Scooby got stuck at school because you couldn't call home. It sucks. I think, honestly, the more remarkable part to me is that various forms of memes and commonalities managed to even travel in the first place before we had the internet. Because the only way for stuff like that to travel was newspapers. I mean, TV helped quite a bit, but things like before TV, before radio, fascinating how news even managed to travel in the first place. Yes, indeed you did. Hi. Yeah, late fee. Oh, sadness. Here, give me a couple dimes for your trouble. Did someone just spoiler Romeo and Juliet? Oh dear. You want a drama? You want a drama? Here, have a good drama. That's a good drama. It's Louise. No, you were very much right. Romeo and Juliet is well beyond the point of spoilers.
Huh?
If anyone doesn't know the story of Romeo and Juliet by now, they either were not paying attention in school, or they were taught some variation of Romeo and Juliet that was not called that. But really, it's one of them classic tales of time that has been replicated in so many other media forms through so many other alterations of it that even if you don't know Romeo and Juliet, you know the story of Romeo and Juliet. Like it's one of those things you can't avoid. I know nothing about Taylor Swift, so that one did go way over my head. Jack and Jill fell down the hill. You won't believe what happened next. Hi. Sure, you can have your holiday movie. There you go. Oh. I don't know what it is, but cotton candy is suddenly popular. Hi, what's up? You want a new release? Sure, you can have a new release. You want that one? No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with static haunting. The last day of new release, even. You're a week behind, bud. Man, that's a poor investment. Although, were the magic beans really a poor investment? They got a grand adventure out of the deal.
Oh.
What a good man. He accepted his fate. You'll get a dime. Jill definitely got the better deal on that one. Alright, you want a Christmas movie? Sure. There you go.
Wow.
Oh, that explains it. Thank you, the one. Appreciate it. Hopefully that's not false advertising. Did you also lace the cotton candy? Or did you just advertise it as such? Okay, good. Good. At least we got that covered. I don't want to be a liar. I momentarily forgot where I put my my Christmas movies. Oops, sorry. Great. I know where I stand. In front, apparently. Hey, there we go. And nope, you can go there, and you can go there. Now with 15 times more cocaine. 15 times 0, 0. Wait, what did you reserve? The Rocket Hitchhiker, alright. Okay. So we're gonna get more returns tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the meet and greet with Santa, but it's only a 50% increase in Christmas movie rentals, so it's not as big as the entire Christmas week here. Do we have anything going on down here? The Toy Maker's Cow Juice. No, I don't think I want that in my collection. The Award Down the Chimney. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they almost went a little bit too far with the randomized movie titles. I think the parodies for new releases are much better. And we talked about this last time. This one focuses on the primary bulk of your shop being the crappy random movies. And then the new releases occasionally giving you the parody titles that are much more interesting, recognizable, stuff like that. And I on one hand, I feel like this does emphasize their specialness by only giving you once a week, basically. But at the same time, it makes the rest of your titles kind of generic and crap. There's an occasional amusing one here and there, but they're mostly very repetitive nonsense. Intergalactic Cask, Space Keg Tactics. Something, something, also probably keg related. And we've got, basically the random robot image that is used as the robot adjective or the robot noun for any number of robot-themed movies. Actually, I don't have very many sci-fis that have robots in them. I think I have more dramas that have robots in them. Where's my robot drama? I know we have tentacle drama. So tentacle is a good example. We got the knockout tentacle, and then we have the tentacle porn, which someone actually rented that one for the day. Okay. I think we also have a tentacle love story. We definitely have tentacle horrors. So yeah, I think they went a little bit too far with the randomized titles, and it could have done more of the parody titles. Whereas the other game, Rewind 99, I believe every movie is a parody title. But you unlock those by store level, so you don't get them on a new release cycle. So this one does the new releases, I think, much better. The other game is missing new release cycles entirely, and the only crappy random titles that you get in the other game are when you choose to merge movies together in your remix section. Then you get crappy random titles, and then you don't have any control over the title. So I feel like they both have the same mechanics, they're just presented in drastically different ways. And I don't honestly know which one I like more. Okay, I think we're done for the day. 300, so we're kind of averaging 300 now. We've gone up $50 average. Oh, Santa meet and greet. Look at us. We got Santa people waiting in line. Oh, I can't meet Santa? What? What? I own this place. I want to ask Santa for a new VCR. Oh, wait. I'm in. Hello, Santa. How are you doing? Oh no. Guy in World War II took his entire platoon supply of meth. Oh no. Although the fact that there was a platoon supply of meth is its own fascinating tale, I'm sure. Alright, so the static haunting is now off of new release, but it's not going anywhere because our next new release isn't until next Sunday. So we got a few more days of that being front and center in the shop. This game does let you hire people, and that does remind me that I have totally forgotten to look. Ooh, fast checkout. Anna, you're hired. $38 a day? Hell yeah, Anna. You are hired. Thank you, Nizio, for reminding me. I had totally been forgetting to check. Yeah, okay, so exterminate. And she's thick-skinned, indeed. Oh, hey, there's none of my robots. Oh, never mind. It's the same fucking title. Anna, hi, how are you? Welcome to the shop. If you ask for a day off, I'm going to be very cross with you. Alright. You get to work the checkout. I don't know if it's in the current version, but there was an update. And again, I don't know if it's in the current version or if it's in like beta testing or something. Sure. Where they reduced the amount of, reduced the percentage chance of them asking for sick days and raises. And they changed it from a static percentage to an increasing percentage. So they start off with something like 0.01% chance to ask for a raise, and that goes up by 0.01% per day or something like that. I don't remember the numbers exactly, but that was in direct response to people like me bitching about their employees asking for half the time off. Okay, so she will now be in charge of the register, which means I don't gotta do it. And she's fast at it, so she'll probably be better at it than me. And be more consistent. Oh yeah, no, so my first employee called in sick on the first day. Second day demanded a raise. Third day called in sick. I don't recall after that, but she called in sick at least 3 more times after that. I only had her for like a week and a half. She called in sick for about half of that, and she did routinely fall asleep on the floor. Rather, standing up in the middle of the floor, not actually on the floor. Although that would have been probably more amusing. Feel my gnome. Where to put action titles again? There we go. But yeah, she was an awful employee, and I fired her very quickly. I even had to pay for the privilege to fire her, because I had to start her off for a day before I could fire her. Which was even more upsetting. You know what? Let's just crack it open. Finish the returns later. None of these people are coming to my movies. Sorry. I thought you were a potential new customer. Don't you humph at me. Again with the humphing. Don't you humph at me. Yes, hello. Sure. There you go.
Hey.
Hi. Hang on. I'm busy. Hang on, I'm busy. Dibbity dubbity boopity boop. Bibbity bobbity boop boop. Okay. Yes, hi, hello. Bearded officer. Absolutely. There you go. Hi. Double swirl gnome. Sure thing. Ignore it. There. Oops. Did not mean to throw the porn on the table. Okay. You. Go there. You. Go there. You. Go over here. You. Go down here. You over here. Over here. Porno. Porno. Hooray. Oh, yeah, she had tried to call in sick, yes. And I said, no, you're coming to work so I can fire you. that is exactly how that happened. Yes, hi, hello. You want the gnome porn. Alright. No judgment. Here you go. Hi. I'm returning a missed call. Did you call me a couple minutes ago? No. Now, the only problem with her running the cashier spot is that I don't have control over the late fees. She gets to make a judgment call on whether or not she's going to charge them late fees. It did say she's thick-skinned, which I know is related to late fees. Oh, never mind. Does not quit when yelled at to work faster. Let's test that theory. Work faster. Sure. There you go.
Oh.
Actually, that does make sense, Scooby. If you call in and reserve it, then you can just get it from the front, and you don't have to be the guy to walk into the back. Probably for those who would be embarrassed about such a thing, or maybe dads with their family not wanting their parents to know, or not wanting their kids to know that they went to the back room.
Her.
Is she doing the slushy? Is she doing it? She did it.
Oh.
I think she did it faster than I would. Hi, hello. Pajama movie night with the girls. I'm assuming with the girls means your daughters, because that'd be kind of nice. Otherwise, maybe you're just very masculine looking. I could be wrong. With the girls, sure. Do your thing, bud. Bad movie. Just want a bad movie. Do I have a bad movie? What do we want for a bad movie? Really? Wake up. Wake up. What do we want for a bad movie for them? God, this is such a tough call. Let's go with Strong Man's Last Heartbeat. He's going to pump you up and then die. Yellow. You get a special... No, you don't get a special discount. I almost hit yes to that out of habit. There can be a certain enjoyment in watching bad movies. I personally don't typically like watching bad movies, but I did get a bit of enjoyment out of watching bad movies with friends, where you can make fun of them. And things like Mystery Science Theater 3000, or with Riff Tracks. That's the other one, where there's like a comedic voiceover to go along with the bad movie. That can be very amusing. And yes, indeed, we have, as a little community, we have watched The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra, which was a fantastically bad movie. But it was intentionally bad and hilariously so. I think it's a difference of whether or not it's an intentionally bad movie. And sometimes the ones that are not intentionally bad can be hilarious. Very much unintentionally. But bad movies for the sake of bad movies, if they're really bad, I do have limits. I have very much noped out of movies before. Knock, 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 knock. Is it already that time? Why, so it is. Alright. Yellow, what do you want? You want a favorite Christmas movie? How about a more new release Christmas movie? There you go. No, not my movie. Lifetime of Love with My Superstar that was rented 3 times. Okay, so I don't care as much about that one. If someone broke my wizard with a tip, I'd be very sad. I'm not familiar with Zardoz. What is Zardoz? It sounds like a bad movie title. It's a Sean Connery. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it. I love how these people are all going to stand out here all night with the vain hope of meeting with Santa. Don't you at me. Yes, indeed, you did reserve that. There you go. I mean, honestly, that's probably a good call, to get the uncomfy meeting in the back room out of the way. You would like a sci-fi movie. I can do that. In fact, I have just the thing.
Ooh.
It's a new classic. People are going to be talking about it for decades. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna apply to work at a place that has adult content in some form, you have to be ready for that. Like, there's no questioning that. Now, granted, when I did it at like 15 years old, I didn't really comprehend that there was an adult section until I was told that I had to deal with them. So I did kind of go in blind a little bit, but I was a 15-year-old boy. Adult content was not new to me at that point in my life. And actually, it was more funny because I found it hilarious. Because, you know, I was not easily perturbed by things. So I could tell when there was someone who was very uncomfortable bringing their purchase up to the register. And I was a good boy. I tried really hard not to do anything that would call attention to them. I made sure that I was not being witty or making jokes or making light of the situation, because I knew that they would not be comfy with that. I just rang them up, put their stuff in a brown paper bag, let them go on with their lives. So, alright, what you got for me today? The Dynamite's Sacred Oath. Double Swirl Casket. That is a concerning adult title. That is a very concerning adult title. There's ice cream involved. There's dead people involved. I'm not sure I want to know. We're getting it anyway. The Pixie Dungeon. That could be an adult title. The Superstar Executioner. Sure. And In Bed with the Egg. I am going to need a new adult shelf soon. The Superstar Executioner is pretty awesome. Like, and if you go by the front, that's like a classic blaxploitation kind of movie where you'd have your black afro wearing action star with the star sunglasses doing the execution. Thinking along the lines of like Afro Samurai kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. Why, when he was a young warthog. Alright, yeah. Okay, so today was Santa's meet and greet. We're done with that. We've done the back movies. Or the back space. The back space, yes, we've done the back space. So tomorrow is a nothing. Saturday's a nothing. The new release. Okay. We do have money, though. So we could get one of the expansions. But before I do that, let's check on the market. Hey, 20 movies. There we go. I'll let 20 random movies. The Invasive Voodoo Doll. I kind of like this one. The Cigarette Summoning Spell. That sounds like a potential Harry Dresden novel. Or similar modern wizard type. Let's get it. Oh. Alright, fine. I guess we're reading our titles first. We'll get a large mix here. See if I can weasel them out. So, romance. Dinner with My Letter. Great. Our Lovely Inmate. Wonderful. And A Seat for Our Swimmer. Strange titles. We've got The Dentist Hacker. Trophy Space Squadron. Our only 2 sci-fis for today. Ooh, those are vibrating violently. Nuclear Teddy Bear Warfare. That's kind of awesome. Apocalyptic Gold. The Performer Bombers. Sure. Curse of the Ancient Cache. The Zombie on the Edge. And we got a holographic Waitress Burnout. Waitress by day, burnout by night. I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean. Enjoy your lurk in the one. We got 2 fantasies. The Merchant versus the Kraken. And we got Music Saltwater Terror. Alright, that's a title. But it's holographic, so, you know, that's something. Alright, and then we got a couple Christmas movies. We got The Christmas Visitor Miracle and The Princess's Light in the Snow. That almost sounds like a real Christmas title. And then the horrors. The Invasive Explosive. Okay. The Possessed Ape. Queen in Tim's Room. Oh no, poor Tim. The Big Toe Has Risen the Dead. And The Bear's Time Has Come. Again, some of these titles. Fucking weird. That's what they are. Fucking weird. Alright, I think... Oh, yeah, I was gonna buy the cigarette summoning spell. Oh, God. The Hot Dog's Christmas Sock. I'm not sure I even want to know. Den Love. That goes along with the Beast with Two Ladies or whatever it is. The Witch Theater Play. Sure. Clown Space Squadron. Psycho Killer Singer. Go along with the Executioner one. Where did I put her? I put her right here. You can go right over here. Okay. New day. 375. Okay, so we would have been over 300 if it weren't for the staffing bills, which is not terrible. Kids movies. Was that a Scooby laugh? I think that was a Scooby laugh. Okay, our returns. Did I? I do still have 15 of these. They're just going out at like 3 at a time, basically. I'm pretty much always missing a few on there. We'll grab all of these new Christmassy releases. Do I have any more of the Afro Lady? I don't believe I do. It was indeed a Scooby laugh, yes. Okay. Christmas movies. You know, for Christmas time, we don't have very many Christmas movies. I probably should change that. Hang on a sec. I'm busy. Hello? Dark Plant Pot Magic. Sure. I just put that back on the shelf. There you go. Okay. Today's nothing day, so we're just gonna... I don't remember her starting the day, but you know, it's fine. Maybe she was just booking it and I wasn't paying attention. We go. You, movie. You, movie. You,
Ooh.
movie.
Wow.
You, movie. Okay. I feel like they're not actively tracking their customers. Cause he wasn't here yesterday, was he? Although, no, I can't say that. Because I wasn't checking people out yesterday. So it's very possible he was here yesterday and I didn't notice him. You want your pot magic, here you go. That is unfortunate, Centaur, but it happens. Thus is life. Christmas movies. Horror movies. Sci-fi movies. You working, lady? Yeah, she working. Why are you staring at me so creepily like that? Here, have a flyer. Stop staring and make a decision.
Hey.
Hi. What's up? God, the red rings around her eyes. The milk hunting the mansion, sure. There you go. There's your weird horror movie for the day. No! They broke my fiery prophet. How dare you break my pornos? I can't easily replace those. This one was rented once. Okay. It's not a popular one. If we take this and go to the black market, $75 to replace it. Jesus. And if we go to the adult section, my fiery prophet. Okay, so I think we could come back and find that later if we wanted. I think that's my second one to be broken too. Yeah. Me time with my lawyer. Sad. Hi, what you want? You want a bad romance? Probably do that. Bad romance. Cigarette theater play. There you go. Oh, sorry, you said romance. I went drama. Sorry. Bad romance. The convict, my soulmate. There you go. Okay, this is a life and death situation. I need you to reserve the inmate's magic sword for me. I'll be there today. Don't rent it out. Alright. Alright. You want fantasy prisoner drama? Sure, why not? Oh, yours quit when you declined. Interesting. I want to check on their their Discord for that, because they mentioned that they did an update, but I don't know if it's actually out yet or not. It does say it's out, where they changed the percentage chances of the sick and raise requests. So it's possible that you just got really unlucky on that one. But ma'am, wake up. Take it. Don't you hum at me. What do you want? Cheesy love story, romance. Sure. A lifetime of love with my organ.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. I hate your stupid store and your stupid movies. So mean. Alright, my drama collection is getting a little bit spicy. Butler Saber Attack. Yes, indeed, it's right here. Hi. What's up? What you want? Yep. You called in like 30 seconds ago for that. Great. Adult movie. Burp burp. Wait. The client is asking to see the manager. Oh, that's new. That's new indeed. Hi, what's up? No. You broke my movie. You pay for it. Chances are it cost me 3 times that to replace it. What's up? You want a fantasy? Sure. How about The Quest for the Holy Werewolf? Really? What? No. Pay the thing. It's interesting that they all request to see the manager on that. Or at least so far the only 2 that I've ever seen. It's possible that they're getting through a few of them without needing my help. I've watched her do a bunch of late fees, but I don't know if I've seen her do any of the movie replacements. Bingo. Oh, that's weird. She carries the slushie back in a basket. She might have just been having a bad day. That's very possible. Okay, so we are at midnight. We are mostly just waiting for the rest of the customers to leave. Oh, they broke one of my bajillions of copies of Rain Woman. I know, I'm shocked too. Hi, Gita. Here, let's put you up there. Alright, get some returned Christmas movies in. Oh, hey, my Christmas movies are out. How is Rain Woman doing? 102 rentals? Not bad. Not bad. Oops, I didn't realize I left it in my hand. Okay, so that is the end of Friday. Nothing else special happening. So we might as well slap of the door closed. Ooh, 353. 353 on a non-event day while also paying for the employee's salary is pretty impressive. There. Alright, today is a Saturday again, nothing special happening. I do want to check to see if there are any movie collections. Not really. Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot to grab my free kid movies. I just realized I forgot to grab my free kid movies. Damn it. That's just a me thing, Nizio. That's not an actual gameplay mechanic. Ah, boy. Duck Detective, The Missing Ghost. We're buying it. The Hobo Parade. Sure. Froggy and his trusted cash. I am so mad that I forgot to grab my free kid movies. There. So, in between the adult section and the romance is the result, the kid section. With enough romance and adult content creates children. Although, having the kids go there is probably not the best plan. I know, right? It would be a great mechanic to just fling flyers around and have people grab them. But alas, no. Alright, let's crack this thing open. I'll do returns while we wait. All my Christmas movies coming back today. Because all my Christmas movies were out for today.
Hey.
What you want? Yes, you did reserve. There you go. Bunch of adult movies back. What do you want? Oops. What do you want? Hey, can I get an extra large pizza with cheese, peppers, mushrooms, and a ton of pepperoni? Sure. Come on down. Sir, you are in my way. Hi, what you want? You want an old movie? Any old movie. What about Super Wolf?
Oh.
You really need to go to the bathroom. Alright, I'll take over. Oops. Hi, what's up? You want an action training muscle movie? Do I have one of those today? I think my... Oh, nope, there was weightlifter team, the last hope. There you go, ma'am. Hey, bud. You want the holiday break-in? Alright. There you go. Yep. I broke my movie. That's right. Static haunting is still in the front for the moment. Okay. Ah, for crap's sake. Okay. Christmas. Christmas. Action. Sci-fi. What do you want? You want a new release? Sir? It's right there. Right behind your skull. Right here.
Oh.
And what do you want? Sure. I don't remember doing that, but there you go.
Wow.
Pretty sure that was a cookie-themed porno. Ahoy hoy. Sure. I will reserve a copy for you. There you go. Okay, that one, and that one. 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 You want a fantasy, but not the typical princess in distress tale with a knight saves everyone. Sure. What about an elephant on parade?
Ooh.
What? Holiday break-in? I guess. Sure. There you go.
Hey.
Hi. Yes. See, I feel like the missable packs of movies for your new, your newly unlocked genre, those should not be missable. Because I've missed now 2 of them. I missed the action and I missed the kids. You can eventually catch up by getting various mix packs and whatnot, but it's a financial hit if you don't actually get those first 10 free ones. It's not as bad later on because we have plenty of movies to work with, but it's still obnoxious. Nuclear gnome warfare. That's going in the pile. Good golly, those Christmas movies are just gone. I have one. I have one Christmas movie and I have one new release Christmas movie. The rest are all out. Missed. Well, that's unfortunate. We still have someone in shopping. What? Ma'am, it's late. Can we... Oh man, it'd be really nice if you could click the shelf that has stuff on it and automatically select the one that is on that shelf. That one worked. It's like sometimes it does it, and sometimes it does not. There we go. Concessions are back in stock. Lovely. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Tomorrow. New release day. New release day. So before we do that, I'm gonna do a brief BRB. So let me do that. BRB. And we're back. And ready to start a new day and get our new release in. So let's do that. 370. Actually, that's really good. I hate that 370 is really good, but it's good. No movie release. That means that static haunting gets to go. And you can go right to here for now, I suppose. Yeah, right here. There we go. No, that's not. Sure. There we go. So these guys get to move. And I am probably going to need another horror shelf. No! Some broken new release. How dare you? Oops, missed. Okay. So there's one copy reserved, one copy broken, and the rest of the shelf is full. Okay, good. So many sci-fis. Christmas movies. Oops. Good thing I reserved that, because, I don't have very many Christmas movies left. Ooh, yeah, the horror movie section. We gotta solve that. Oh, kids movies. They're a very similar color to the action movies. It's like an indigo bluish purpley color versus a bluish color. Alright, so what are we going to do about the horror movies? That stand would have to go if we put a shelf there. We could try doing a pair of the middle height. Let's see. Yeah, we can't do the middle height. Well, I mean, we can't do a pair. We could do... I don't really know. Hello, I work night shifts and your store hours make it almost impossible for me to come in. I just wanted to voice my frustration. We are frequently open at many hours of the day, from 8 a.m. till midnight. You can come in during many of those hours. But I get it. Having worked night shifts, I get it. I wouldn't normally call to tell someone that their hours are terrible when it's my hours that are terrible, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so let's do... We can't do 2 wide. It's a shame that we don't have a 4 wide, like a middle ground between the two. But I think the only ones are 3 wide and 5 wide of 4, 5, or 6 height. We need a 6 height here, or a 5 height here to fit under the sign. Although that sign is no longer really horror related. So you could go here. Let me grab you there. You can go over here. You can go there. So we could do 3 short ones. Maybe 3 short ones fit. Not with this in the way. I think 3 short ones might actually fit. Let's grab the kids off the shelf here. It does fit, however, there is the funky space. I can't fix that. But I think it'll work. Then we can get another one of these with another horror title. I'm gonna put middle-ish there. Then we can get another one of them put there with another horror title. Not really sure which one. Maybe the Octopus Killer. That'd be good. Offering of the Tentacle Octopus Killer. Nice combo. Could also do a small frame and get taller shelves, but I think the big frames might be kind of neat. So we'll do that. So we'll slap you. Let's go there. Something like that. Dang it. Spacing's really hard to get when you don't have a grid. That'll have to do. And then you, Octopus Killer. Ah, balls. Balls. There we go. Our tentacle horror section. Let's switch these. Because I had forgotten to switch these before. God damn it. Switch these to that shelf. There we go. And I think we'll just stick with that theme because I like it. And it's more of an open frame, open mini A-frame kind of style. So it's a little bit less bulky than these wider top ones. Not that that matters all that much, but it's classy. And then new releases do not have that option. Okay, good to know. Purple new releases. I didn't really tinker with the signage. Fantasy. Sci-fi. Drama. Action. Snacks. Can't change snacks. Romance. Adult. You can stay where you're at. Christmas. We don't really have a viable Christmas one. White with red. That's perfect. And then I still need a spot for kids. We do have. No, we had a third one up there. So we need another shelf for kids. And I don't really have a good plan for kids. So let's just make them the biggest one. I have the short one for fantasy that could be kids. So let's do that. Let's put Kids can go right here. Fantasy can move ever so slightly. I don't think I actually want the kids section next to the romance and adult section. I think that just would be inappropriate. It was amusing at first because kids are typically the result of the adult section. However, we don't necessarily want the kids roaming into the adult section. So kids, let's do... No, that's fine. You can go back to here, and fantasy. Don't really have a good fantasy one. Okay. Today, new release. I've been not actually doing it. Draconic Park. Hell yeah. Draconic Park. Done. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm a little itchy. I need to close out the window here. That can go away. Doopity doopity doop. Doop doop. Doopity doop. Doop doop. Alright, let's get this thing moving. New release. Draconic Park. We even got a foil one. Hell yeah. Worth 67 bucks. Let's check the price. $86 to buy a new one. Oof. It's interesting, the new releases are not nearly as marked up. $37 versus $27. Nothing like the other ones that were significantly higher. Holiday was $45 a movie? Was it really? Yeah, it was. I totally forgot about that. Those are really expensive. Yes, hello. Sure.
Aww.
There you are. Super Wolf. Super Wolf comes back. It always comes back. Oh, I didn't even finish decorating back here. Crap. Here. You can go here. It's not quite appropriate, but it fits. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's get some more signage. Let's get another neon sign or two. Buy some balloons for the kids section. Balloons for the kids section. Okay, so let's do... popcorn. Popcorn. Oh God, waiting for me. Yeah, you're paying for it. Yeah, Jessica. All right. Old action movie, sure. Super Wolf, obviously. Reserved for Galactic Rebellion. There you go. Alright, let's see if we have anything to buy. Because the Christmas movies are still slim. The kids' movies are still slim. The dynamite in a box.
Hey.
Here comes the appliance. That's freaking my brave little toaster. We also have 15 random romances. I don't know if I need 15 random romances. A cheap but foil bad old Christmas movie? Sure, why not? Kids movie, The Golden Pixie. Lovely. The Farmer's Perfect Gift. Sure. The Woman Impersonating Santa. Alright, I'll do it. I know they want to see the manager. Screw those people. I'm busy. Oops. What? Yeah, you're paying it. Nocturnal Bandit reserved.
Oh.
Ma'am, wake up. For fuck's sake, yes, you have to pay it. Hey. Rude. And hit. Yep. 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 You want exterminate? Sure. There you go.
Hey.
I think our last customer. I think. No one else in the store. Last day, last new release here. Done. Y'all done? We got some more returns. Nice. Our movies are looking nice. Ooh, 213. Back down to low days. Refrigerator. What are we putting in refrigerators? Well, I'm gonna need to move the romance over a little bit, I think. Because we're getting a fridge. I never put up my sign. Oops. Alright, so fridge can go right here. Turbo Cop soda. Jelly melon soda. Neon rain cola. Snake pit soda. Deep space dew. Beetle burst lemonade. Gridline grape. Top sip. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need two coolers to fully flesh out the liquid section. And this cannot scooch anymore. So we're gonna need to move this. So romance, you can go right here. You can go over here, opposite the drama, or opposite the drama. Yeah. There we go. Nice little lovey-dovey aisle here. And then we need another fridge. Probably overkill. But I like having them all, like the snacks. There we go. Okay, so oh, there was 8 shelves. It's fine, we'll do 2 shelves of each. Oh, probably for the best, because there's only 6 in each. Ever so slightly annoying that it was can, bottle, 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 and then cans. So let's swap that out a little bit. It's going to make it a little bit obnoxious to stock because we can't do it in the right order, but whatever, it's fine. There. Bottles and cans. Good. That means this signage can go unless it can change to something else. Here, let's do this. There. Gotta go fast. Okay. For a second there, I thought his shirt was a missing texture. No, it is just an intentional texture. It looks like that. Okie dokie. So we're doing pretty good. I don't really like this blank space here, but the space is kind of needed for the other thingy. And I think this shelf could swap out based on the holiday or the specialness. So, you know, upcoming we've got Valentine, so romance might go there next. So I think that'll work. We can swap out which shelf is there for the season. Hi. Quest for the Holy Werewolf, absolutely. I got that one right here. Reserved. However, though, I do believe I'm going to call it for the night. Did not going to play until 2 a.m. like the other night, but we've done a good job. We've expanded the shop. We're not really desperate for space at the moment, but soon we probably will be. And just spent a whole bunch of cash on unnecessary coolers, but that's fine. So we can't do an expansion for at least a few more days, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We are at 14, so we're a good chunk of the way. But of course, the levels are slowing down as they do. New movie genre in the next level, and then it just keeps going every other from there. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. We're doing good with the retro rewind, and I like our little shop. It's well made. Nice open spaces. Not too many dark, dingy corners. The porno gets a dark, dingy corner, and the kids get a dark, dingy corner. I guess this is kind of sort of a darkish alley because we don't have a... Well, actually, we have a light right here, but it's shadowed pretty heavily anyway by what I suspect is a false light right around here. Yeah, because we got shadows coming this away. We got this being shadowed that direction. So I do believe that there is an ambient light or an area light right here, give or take, that is intended to brightly lit the place without all of these actively doing lighting. They might be doing something, but not as much, and it's fine. It's fine. I can just tell where the shadows are going. They're not where I want them to be. But that will be it for tonight. No stream tomorrow. But we'll be back on Monday. Exactly, Air Ninja, exactly. Air Ninja, Valuna, Isux, Centaur, Nizio, Scooby, Ducks, whoever else is lurking out there. Appreciate y'all being there. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.